Coming up with a new edition of the Little Rickert Show. We got Phillies baseball to discuss. We got some NFL. We got tons of other stuff to go over. I will also release a mock draft. I'll go into detail on that. So here's your host, Little Rickert. Good evening, sports fans. This is Little Rickert, and welcome to the Little Rickert Show. Uh, haven't had a show in a while, so I figured I'll do one. We'll go over Phillies baseball. The first week looked very promising, but this past week they're reverting back to last year. Got a big win tonight, and we'll go over that. Some football news. And I have a mock draft that I recently did, and we'll go into detail when we get into that. What I did there. We got some Masters. We'll talk a little bit about the NCAA tournament. UConn. We'll talk this briefly. Monday night won the national title over Kentucky. Got hot at the right time. That's what it's about. In March is getting hot. They did, and Kevin Ollie deserves a lot of congratulations. Did a magnificent job preparing that team. Played solid defense, and they were undersized, especially the last two games. Shabazz Napier played really well. He played off the chart. So you tip off your hat to Gino Auriemma as well. UConn basketball program, period. Blew out Notre Dame. They go 40-0, and they're the standard bearer in women's basketball. UConn's a standard bearer this so far in the 2000s. Both the men and women, they won the most national titles in the 2000s, so they deserve tons of credit. Alyssa Thomas had a great year, Central Dauphin grad. She's going to be a top pick in the WNBA draft, so she just had a phenomenal career, and somebody from the Harrisburg area, that's pretty impressive. So that's all I have on that. As for my Tar Heels, supposedly they're getting a top recruit next year at one of the guard spots. According to Dickie V, he has them in his top 5 or 6 for next year. So you never know. I'm not buying the hype. They lose. I think McAdoo's making a mistake going pro. He has one more year left. I think Wiggins from Kansas should stay. I don't think he's ready. The guy that is ready is Jabari Parker. I think he might be one of those that is ready to play. He had a phenomenal freshman season. Embiid, I like him. I liked him with Kansas, the center. With his injury, I think he ought to stay, but hard to say. The two C.J. Fair and Ennis from Syracuse, I think them two should stay. They didn't shoot the ball. They didn't really shoot the ball particularly well this whole year. I just don't think. I think one more year with them should help them out. But again, it's all about the dollars. It's not about whether or not you're ready to play the game. I think something needs to be done. This one and done. If you're gonna go to the NBA, go to it. But those that elect to go to college, I just feel they should go with the college baseball 3 years. That would solve everything. So enough on that. The Phillies. Let's go to the Phillies. They got a big win tonight, 6-3. They break that 4-game losing streak. Drew 7 walks off of Jose Fernandez. A big 3-run fifth inning propelled them with the win. Rollins, Utley, Bird, Dominic Brown had 2 hits each. Howard was he had 2 walks. When's the last time you saw Ryan Howard draw 2 walks? He even walked with the bases loaded and drove in a run that way. Fernandez had a good fastball and didn't challenge Howard with his fastball. Threw him all off speed stuff, and surprisingly Howard didn't go after it. And that was the difference of the ball game there. Phillies drew 7 walks. AJ Burnett left in the 5th inning, groin injury. Hopefully it's not serious. Looks like, from what I heard, Cole Hamels in 2 weeks might be pitching. He's gonna pitch maybe two more games in Clearwater and then come up. So that's a good sign. Freddie Galvis, he pitch hit today. He's back. Mike Adams, the reliever, big name reliever they signed last year, he should be ready Monday. So that's a good sign. Good sign today. They were patient at the plate. And they were aggressive too against Jose Fernandez. But this week killed them. Defense and bullpen really killed the Phillies this week. And offense not being aggressive, moving base runners. They got a lot of work to do. You can't. If they can stay close to 500, even if they're a couple under 500, going into May, they're still in it. But if they're 6 games out, then I think it's time to roll some heads. And the first guy on the block, Ruben Amaro Jr. He's made some bad moves since he took over as GM, and he needs to be shown the door and get somebody in there that can develop talent while at the same time develop a farm system as well. Because you got to have a farm system, but you also got to have a mixture of getting some key free agents and not overspending, and I think that's cost the Phillies the last couple years. They should be getting the only young guy they have on the roster. Well, there's 2. Well, they had Galvis and Kodiashi, who's starting. Hernandez they sent back down to Double-A. He's an up and coming player. So that's all I have there. We're going to take a little break here, and then we're going to talk a little football, and then we'll do the mock draft. When I get ready for the mock draft, I'll tell you how I went about it. So we're going to take a little break. So we'll be right back after a short timeout, and we'll talk some. We got some football. Tomorrow's a blue-white game, and there's some news from Penn State as well, and we'll talk a little bit about that. This is the Low Record Show on the Low Record Network. We'll be right back.